Have you ever had a clean, exciting idea, and then, like clockwork, your brain steps in and goes, okay, but what if it fails? What if they judge me? What if it ruins everything? What if it works? And then you can't handle it. And suddenly the idea is gone. Not because you didn't want it, but because your second thoughts kidnapped it. Second thoughts aren't always bad. Sometimes they're wisdom. But most of the time, second thoughts are just your mind time traveling to problems that don't exist yet. You have an idea at point A, and then your mind immediately launches to point Z. What if the market crashes? What if I get embarrassed? What if I don't stay consistent? What if people from high school see it? What if I disappoint myself? And the wild part is, your brain treats imaginary failure or future pain like real danger right now. So your nervous system does what it's designed to do. It tries to keep you safe. And safe usually means don't move. Fear, flight, or freeze. So let me paint this. It's late, you're on your phone. You see someone doing the thing you've been thinking about doing for months. You're not even that good yet, but they're doing it. And you feel that spark, that pull. So you open notes on your phone, you write the first line, or you buy the domain name you need, or outline the video, or you draft the message. And for a few moments, it feels real. Then the second thoughts show up, like a security guard. Who do you think you are? You're going to look stupid. You don't have the equipment. You need a better plan. Wait until the timing's right. And the scariest part, those thoughts don't feel like fear, they feel like logic. This is where my second concept to this idea stacks on this. Because there's a skill, an innate skill you can train that changes everything. I want to say I call it, but I got it from my men's group. It's called the Keeper of the Gate. The Keeper of the Gate is the part of you that decides what gets into my mind, what gets to steer my emotions, what standard am I holding myself to? Not a fake motivational standard, a chosen standard. Because if you don't become the keeper of your gate, your past patterns will run your future. You'll revert to old defaults, avoidance, perfectionism, procrastination, people-pleasing, self-sabotage. Not because you're weak, because you never posted somebody at the door. And this matters because there are two types of failure. Failure number one is being timid. It's never trying. It's waiting for the perfect time. It's I'll start when I feel ready. It's I'm just planning right now. And that kind of failure is quiet, but it's lethal. Because being timid doesn't just delay your dream, it slowly convinces you that you're not the kind of person who acts. And over time, you destroy your self-respect. Then there's failure number two. And this one is loud. It comes from a bold, venturous spirit. You try the thing, you risk embarrassment, you post the video, you launch the offer, you ask the question, you step into the arena, and you take a hit. Maybe your reputation takes the punch. Maybe you stumble publicly, but what you learn from this failure outweighs everything because that failure has data. That failure has feedback, and that failure gives you muscle. And most people don't realize this. Your greatest growth moments usually aren't visible. from the outside. They don't always look like winning. Sometimes your biggest growth is speaking up when you usually stay quiet, doing the hard workout when you usually quit, hitting publish when your old self would have waited, staying calm in a moment where you used to explode. There's no claps for that, but that's the moment your life changes. Now, I'm bringing this up because in America it seems to be very popular. Money is a measure, but it's not the only measure. Sometimes growth is patience, discipline, courage, emotional control, consistency, self-trust. And those forms of growth are invisible unless you have self-awareness. And that's why second thoughts are so important to notice. Because once you can see where your mind goes after the spark, you can intervene. You can say, okay, that's fear talking. That's me future tripping. That's my old pattern trying to drive. And the keeper of the gate steps in and goes, not today. And here, if you stayed, is what you're here for. The final piece that ties it all together. Most people set outcome-oriented goals. Hit 10K followers, make 10K a month, lose 20 pounds, become successful. And listen, outcomes are fine, but outcomes are also the fastest way to trigger anxiety because outcomes depend on variables you can't fully control. So if the outcome doesn't happen fast, your brain panics. And the panic creates second thoughts. Second thoughts create hesitation. Hesitation kills your momentum. Instead, set action-oriented goals. Goals where you win by doing. Examples of this: post 3 times a week for 8 weeks, write 500 words a day, pitch 5 clients every Friday, train 4 days a week, have a hard conversation by Sunday, because action is the only thing you truly control. And when you focus on action, you get 2 gifts. You stop negotiating with fear, and you become the kind of person who moves. And that identity is change. That's real growth. So next time you have an idea, watch what happens next. Where does your mind go? Does it go to possibility or to panic? And when the second thought arrives, because they will, don't fight them. Just post a keeper at the gate. Choose your standard. Then take the smallest action that proves to your brain, I'm not here to be comfortable. I'm here to become. Stay strong. I'm Gordon Koopman. Thanks for watching.